All right, mission 21. Again, we don't buy anything. And this is why we swapped to Alistair at the end, is so that we can just immediately stinger jump this. So again, like mission starts, jump up here, we're gonna stinger jump. There's a holy water here, don't pick it up. Um, you're not going to use it this mission, and like that's only going to be a backup if we can't afford to by mission 23. Um, so just don't pick that one up because odds are you aren't going to ever need it. Anyway, and then here, this is a little tricky. There is off screen here. There's a big gland sort of thing. We need to hit it 3 times. See, I'm a little off there, so I readjust. And you can hear that sharp uh, shatter sound when you do hit it. You just need to hit it 3 times. And we do tend to slash cancel. And then once you do hit it 3 times, it breaks, and then there's going to be a shortcut scene here of this door opening. Do not leave the room before that cutscene, otherwise you have to come back in and break the thing again. And now, this is a new adaptation from Karma, is if you just vortex over here, it's so much faster actually than jumping down and then jumping back over. Vortex over and then just go through the door. It's a lot easier than it looks. Then here you're going to jump down, you're going to activate DT, and still in midair, you're going to try to just immediately go into a vortex. And remember to hold R2 because Dante will target these with the vortex if you don't, and then that just screws you up. Okay, and then we're going to fight nobodies. Nobodies can be really trolly, especially when they're big, but 3 air raids to the back should always turn them small. So you do 3 air raids to the back, and then you kind of want to try to flash it. Again, a flash is when you are in DT, you shoot a grenade, and then you un-DT before the grenade hits. If you're not comfortable with that, you can just un-DT and then just do regular grenades. Um, and against these, you're just gonna grenade, stinger. You get them into a nice little stun lock, and then it's like, I think it's like your highest DPS combo that you can do. Oh yeah, and then I did this just to show it off. But in this mission, like when you're in this tunnel, if you stand still for too long, there's this little graboid that comes up and tries to get you. So there's 2 ways to avoid that. We'll look at those in a second. Here we just have our 3 air raids, and then we're doing that. But so if you just hold R1, that graboid won't come. Or if you are just constantly moving around, running in circles, it also won't come. And then, yeah, this is the really annoying nobody because these tentacles fuck up your targeting so much. Just try to kill them. If you had, it can be a little annoying with this one because this vortex segment is so long. Sometimes you just won't have your DT, so you won't be able to air raid this guy. But you still just stinger and grenade. It's the bread and butter. And then this door here, you can, like these kinds of doors, it has this white wall in front of it, but you can still just go ahead and then slash the wall while the white part is up. And then as soon as the white part is gone, it'll just open itself. So normally you would have to like slash it anyway. So now upcoming, I have an entire video dedicated to Cosmo Climb, so I'm not going to go into it in too much depth. But I will put the Cosmo Climb walkthrough in the playlist, probably at the end. Just come forward, stinger, and then just to go over the concept of it, we're gonna try to use we're gonna use vortex to get under a bat and then fly upwards with vortex. skipping all the platforming. So that one was a little off angle, so I bonked into the bottom of that, but ideally you would have been able to get up there all the way. Then we stinger over, we wipe the wheel, and then we stinger jump off of this. And then you can just talk to the door like right away. You don't need to wait for all the hand animations to finish. But yeah, I have a pretty, maybe not like super duper in-depth guide, but the Cosmo climb is pretty infamous. It's a lot of people. Um, I mean, you don't reset if you don't get it, but like, it does suck when you're on a great pace and then you don't get a Cosmo climb. I will also say though, if you don't get Cosmo climb, just roll with it. Just go do the room naturally. It doesn't lose as much time as people make it out. Um, I will see people like they'll miss the Cosmo climb and then they'll start using like double stars. They'll like kill the bats to get their double trigger and like then leave and re-enter and then try Cosmo again. And it's like, bro, that is so slow compared to just do the room naturally. It's not that bad. Sometimes you just have to take the L and lose 20 seconds, but don't like dedicate yourself to the Cosmo climb and lose like a whole minute. That would be my only advice. I don't think I really mentioned that much in my dedicated tutorial, but yeah. So yeah, that's 21. Um, I will say again, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. When you kill the nobodies with the orb route we're using in this tutorial, you really do need to collect all of their orbs. Um, that's quite important because we are cutting it very close with the orb route in this. I forget the exact number. I think it's like 5,700 orbs that you need when you go into Mundus. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the next mission. I'll just go ahead and move on.